All right, what's going on, guys? I'm Scott, and this is
Derek,
and we are Whiskey No Smoke.
We cleanse our palates with Bush Light. What are we getting into today?
I am super excited to try some Glenfiddich 14.
Some what?
Glenfiddich.
Some what?
Dude, it's literally right in front of us. Glenfiddich 14.
Oh,
Can you not read?
Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich.
So we hear all the time, and we're just poking fun at people. We both know it's Glenfiddich.
Yeah.
Everyone reads it, us Americans. Glenfiddich. It's actually Glenfiddich. What is that, Scottish Gaelic?
Yeah, it's Scottish Gaelic, and it actually means Valley of the Deer, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's super
especially
cool.
They have a gorgeous stag on their, both on the face and then on the top of the canister.
Yeah. And this is a super cool bottle. I believe it's only released in the U.S.
It was actually originally a limited release, but it was so popular by bourbon lovers that they were like, this has to be a thing now. The very coolest thing about it is it's actually finished in new age oak barrels, which is the traditional bourbon.
What it takes to be a bourbon. We'll get more into that. Glenfiddich Distillery was founded in 1886 by William Grant in Dufftown, Scotland.
Blufftown.
In the Glen of the River Fiddick.
I don't know if I'm just trying to be Conor McGregor every time I hear that.
But he's Irish.
I know.
He's Irish. We're not doing proper
Scotland.
12 today.
Scotland.
We're not doing proper 12. We will do proper 12 one day.
Eventually.
Because we haven't gotten to an Irish whiskey yet.
Shit's for the birds.
Anyways, we're not fans. But either way, it's a single malt. Whiskey first ran from the stills on Christmas Day of 1887.
That's pretty cool. Christmas Day and all of that. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
In the 1920s, with Prohibition in full force in the United States, Glenfiddich was one of the first very small number of distilleries to actually increase production because they realized that Prohibition wasn't going to last.
Because, let's be honest.
Americans like their vices. The whole world likes their vices.
Yeah. Everybody likes to drink a little bit. And it's a huge market.
But it literally helped them catapult into the forefront. They didn't have to worry about any of the aging processes or any of that. For the statements, they just began overproducing.
And it allowed them to age scotch longer.
Yep.
So they had more surplus, backstock.
Yep.
So, honestly, that's super cool. I burped.
Alrighty, let's get into this specific bottle right here. The Glenfiddich 14 is actually a Speyside Scotch, which
I actually didn't know that.
it's
And Derek will always say that I'm the one who drug him along in this journey.
Yep.
And you're welcome. # sorry, not sorry.
I think the only person that's disappointed is my girlfriend, who's disappointed in how much money I actually spend on Scotch and whiskey.
Yeah, I actually have to sneak my whiskeys bottles into the house now because my collection's so large and
Starting to get rough. Well, but that being said, on the plus side, if your collection just looks large, you adding bottles to it,
it's hard for her to know.
Any attention.
It doesn't draw any attention, but it's when she catches me bringing it home. It's for a friend. They Venmo'd me already. It's
We're
paid
gonna
for.
have to delete the running list that we have shared on our phone.
My wife doesn't look at my phone. We trust each other.
The distiller is Glenfiddich. It is 100% malted barley. It's made in or aged in ex-bourbon casks, and then it's finished in new aged American oak.
Yeah. So basically, this is Scotch meets bourbon, except for I don't believe Scotland really deals with corn. I don't think they'll put corn in their mash bill.
And the reason why I would say it's Scotch and Bourbon had a baby is because it's getting finished in new aged American oak barrels, which is pretty cool.
So
and it's very specific to the bourbon world.
Yeah, like even on the back of it, I will legitimate. It says our bourbon barrel reserve 14. 14-year-old is our first whiskey matured in 2 types of American oak barrel. The ex-bourbon casks are the bedrock, giving an indulgent richness and sweetness after 14 years. Then we shake it awake in deep charred new oak for a vivid and vibrant punch of vanilla. So, I mean, minus the corn mash bill, this is bourbon.
Yeah.
This is
absolutely.
If you're a bourbon lover and I talked to a guy today at work, Capital Cigar Lounge. He's like, I love bourbon. I was like, do you ever venture off into scotch? He's like, I just can't get into scotch. And so I asked him the age-old question, what do you think when you think scotch? And he said, super smoky. I was like, well, to be honest, that's only 20 to 15% of actual
yes,
scotches.
And this is literally like the gateway drug between a bourbon, American bourbon drinker over into scotch.
And I bet this man, I said, I guarantee you I can find a scotch you'll like. Because if you're a bourbon lover, which I am, I love bourbon. But I also love scotch. So I can find you a scotch you'll like. You don't have to like the peatiness. 80% of scotch is not peaty. It's not overly smoky. It's fruity and enjoyable.
It's not until you step into the Islas that everything is.
Yeah, Islas. I mean, there are some other regions of scotch.
But that's where you start getting
the
super
Isla scotch is just...
But this is 43 or 86% proof, and it MSRP is right around $50. I actually got it for, I think it was like $52 after tax, so it wasn't anything insane.
And this is not easily findable. It's not that easy. It's not that hard, but it's not that easy. I believe if you asked your local liquor store if they would order your bottle, they could get it.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of them carry it, and I think it's super underrated.
I think so too.
I think so we got best of both worlds.
We do. You ready to try?
Let's prove it.
Give me your glass. Ooh.
Derek's a little stingy with the pours. Just kidding, that's pretty heavy. Holy crap. He's been checking out the venue here in Lincoln. They pour very heavily.
I actually really like this a lot.
Yeah.
So I want to.
Unlike the Henry McKenna where we filled it almost to the top and
I've never had it with water, so I want to leave enough.
Yeah.
Per water.
Ooh. I'm getting a banana. There's only
Vanilla?
There's one other whiskey on the face of this earth. Just kidding, that I've ever tried.
Yeah.
That I get banana on.
Old Forester 1897.
Yeah, the bottle and bond. I'm getting a vanilla banana, and it's wonderful.
It kind of reminds me of like banana bread.
Oh, absolutely. Just banana bread with almonds on top. Just 100% banana bread. Because vanilla is an ingredient in banana bread.
Get a little bit of spice, kind of like that.
So I will say, if you guys follow along, I almost always find an apple note.
You won't find that in this.
And it's not there.
Ready to try it?
Oh, dude, I'm loving it.
I know.
It literally smells like I came home from work and my wife is making fresh banana bread.
I have had this multiple times, so I think this is one of those rare instances to where I've actually had this more than you.
Probably.
I absolutely love this.
Just so you all know, to reiterate, this journey started, so since I've been 21, I have enjoyed whiskey. My collection craze started about 3 years ago when I was 25. So almost 4 years ago, I'll be 29 soon. But as it grew on me, what I did, and along with my cigars, I would buy two. And anytime I got a new cigar, I'd buy two. I'd bring it to him, one to me. We'd share, and I'd buy a new bottle once a week, once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'd bring it over to him because for the longest time, all Derek drank was Busch Light and
Just Busch
like
Light.
once a year Jameson.
Once a year, Jameson. And now that I've had the vast majority, or I wouldn't even say the vast majority, but a lot of different bourbons, whiskeys, both with an E and without an E.
Hey, whatever on
But
that.
now that I've had a lot more of those whiskeys, I don't even like Irish whiskey anymore. I have yet to go back to a Jameson and say that was a good tasting whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to dive into that. Neither one of us are really Irish fans. I don't know what it is about Irish whiskey that doesn't do it for us. Which, if you like Irish whiskey, that's just fine, because not to steal a line from any other YouTube channel, I don't know if we mentioned their channel or not.
You like to drink what you like to drink.
And the way you like to drink it, I don't care. You pay for it, you drink it. However, if you come to my bar in my own home and be like, oh, I'm going to mix this with Coke, I'm probably going to give you Pendleton.
Alrighty. Ready?
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, Ron. Oh, vanilla right out of the top. Vanilla.
I got
a little
banana.
Spice.
I got banana right on the
Some
front.
vanilla.
I got the banana right on the front. Like as soon as it touched me, banana. And then it went to vanilla,
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah, spice.
And then the lingering, like the aftertaste, it just need like almost a sarsaparilla type flavor.
What are you talking about?
Root beer?
Root beer?
Yeah. Yeah, sarsaparilla. I like to use a little vocabulary once in a while.
That's another great thing about this, though, is the taste is very smooth. I would say not overly complex, nothing weird. You're not going on a weird
definitely,
ride, but there's a lot of different tasting notes in it.
I almost want to say this drink's a little higher proofer, that a little more. It feels like it's more high proof than 43.
I don't know if that's the spice. That could be the spice.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Because, I mean, it warms. You know, when you drink the real high proof, you get the
hit that.
warmness.
Yeah, you feel it all
So
over
it
your
almost
chest.
feels like a 50% or so, which doesn't bother me at all, but just for anyone else. But like I said, the more I smell it, the more I get on the nose.
Fruity.
What were you saying that it was the Glenfiddich 12, they had some robot?
Oh, Glenfiddich 18. They actually had a robot.
The 18.
Yeah, they had a robot go over, and it does a little poof of air test. It's kind of the same thing that they use in airports to find bombs and exploded ordnance, gunpowder, residue, and all of that stuff.
So
It just does
robotic sniffer.
it just basically, it goes over, it does a poof of air, it smells it. And on almost every single Glenfiddich, and then a couple other scotches that won't be named or weren't named in the actual video itself, they actually found over 400 plus smelling notes, very specific smelling notes. So
That's crazy. And we
we
got
taste,
6.
from what
six?
we taste, from what a robot can actually smell.
Yeah, robots. They're the future. We're all going to die. Mm-hmm. You ever seen The Terminator?
Thanks, Elon Musk.
Yeah. Do not trust him. I think he's a robot.
I think Mark Zuckerberg's a robot. You ever seen that creep drink water?
Oh, God, I don't like to look at him.
God, I'm getting revisiting. I'm getting way more vanilla on the nose.
Yeah, I'm
You
getting
can
more
add-
vanilla.
but you
And
can
also,
actually taste
just
the
so you
oak
know, like we said in our previous video, how almost everybody thinks of Scotch, and this video, like everyone gets introduced to the super peaty Scotch at first.
Lagavulin
And that's
16,
a wrong thing to do.
right out of the gate.
You don't, like, if you haven't had a peaty Scotch,
Lefroy.
you need to revisit our video of Highland Park 12. That's where you need to start if you want to try peat.
Yeah.
But you need to dip your toes because peat it's a very strong flavor, and it can be very overpowering,
Very dominant.
And I'm not gonna lie, every time I try Ardbeg, every time I try Lagavulin, every time I try Laphroaig, my favorite is Lagavulin 16. After the new Lagavulin 11 by Nick Offerman, I love the new one.
11 is out of this world.
That new one. It's just about 20 to 25% less than the 16. But if you're not accustomed to that, the peat will turn you off because like, oh, I'm just drinking a campfire. Yeah, that's
liquid smoke.
Yeah, literally liquid smoke.
Like the meat additive. Yeah.
There is no peat in this.
It's all sweet.
Zero.
No peat, all sweet.
We didn't look up the ppm, but I would guess it's maybe 5, maybe
at most
10.
At most. I don't know if they even.
I don't get it on the nose. I get a bourbony oak smell on the nose.
Banana.
But banana bread,
Vanilla and banana.
Legitimately banana bread. Like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to Sam's Club or wherever tomorrow, buy some bananas, throw them in the window, let them rot, and then...
Make some banana bread?
Well, I'm going to ask my wife to make it. I'm not going to make it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm not going to make it. So...
Let's add some water.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to drink a little bit more.
I'd say take a couple more sips. Sam's already working down.
Holy did you pour as much as you poured?
I poured the exact same amount.
Oh.
By eyeballs.
Yeah, eyeballs. One leg's 3 inches shorter, so don't ask him to golf with you. A shitty caddy. Neither one of us.
Happy Gilmore.
You got one. You're missing one shoe.
We're drinking scotch and we're talking about golf.
Hey, a lot of golfers drink scotch. I know a lot of people that golf and then come to Capital Cigar Lounge for a cigar. And speaking of a cigar, we want to say cigar connoisseurs, and we're definitely going to have more cigars in our videos.
Yeah.
But from your limited knowledge, what would you pair this with, cigar-wise?
If I were to pair this with a cigar, it would actually probably have to be on the lighter end of the cigar spectrum. Warfighter 556. The
Garrison or the Field?
The Field.
I'm right there with you. Maybe the 762 and the Sumatra
But I think that's a little bit darker.
It is a little bit darker, but the Field version with the Sumatra wrapper versus the Garrison.
I'm talking about the wrapper that has it's the red, kind of red brownish.
Yeah, that's your 556 Garrison.
Oh, was that the Garrison then?
Yeah, if it's got the shininess.
No shininess. It's that matted kind of paper. It's like tan paper.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Field.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say either the 556 Field
lighter end,
or the 762 Field with the Sumatra.
Not the Garrison.
Yeah, no, not the Garrison.
That's too dark.
I think it's too dark. The cigar would overtake. You wouldn't get as much out of this. Sorry, I almost said bourbon because I feel like I'm drinking bourbon.
It's almost
a Scotch.
bourbon.
It is a Scotch. Remember, a Glenfiddich and just banana bread, dude. Like I want
vanilla
and
banana bread with butter, like extra butter.
No, not even butter.
You got to put it in the microwave.
Almost frosted on the nose.
Oh no, I'm saying like how you enjoy banana bread.
Yeah, but
put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
put
microwave
the butter across of it.
But have you ever had a frosted banana bread?
Is that a sex act? Sounds like it.
Why you gotta go there? No, legitimately like a cream cheese frosting, almost like a cream cheese frosting over a banana bread.
I don't know if it's the vanilla working its way into the spice, but as soon as you said that, like going back and smelling it, I kind of smell that.
Like a banana bread just coated with a cream cheese frosting, almost like what you'd put on a carrot cake.
Mm-hmm.
Carrot cake is also by far my favorite cake on the face of the earth.
Cake,
so if anyone wants to send us anything besides whiskey samples, please, carrot cake. Also, hit the like, comment, on our video. Tell us what you like and don't like and subscribe.
Also, shop at Cornhusker Bottle Shop, Ken's Kegs, shop local.
That was very aggressive. I liked it. I like it. Yeah, definitely. We are huge fans of shopping local. I will spend a few more dollars at a local store than one of the big box change stores. One, you get to know the owner.
Rapport.
And Mike owns Ken's Keg is an awesome dude.
What is the, you work at Capital Cigar.
Yep.
What is your guys' slogan?
Relationships matter.
Exactly.
It's back to a really good whiskey. So,
Let's try this with water.
yep, add some more. I need to drink a little bit more because it's very
Which,
enjoyable.
from my understanding,
That's
oddly
virgin.
enough, is adding water to scotch is supposed to be significantly more dynamic
Then bourbon.
than bourbons. So I
Well-
did 2 drops.
To be fair, Scotch is way more complex on the palate and the nose than bourbon. I don't know what it is.
Ooh, way sweeter.
How many did you put in? I put 3.
2.
I did 3.
I did 2.
All right. I don't know what it is about Scotch.
Grass. I'm getting grass on the nose now.
Well, let me do my 3. But I really don't know what it is about Scotch, but it's way more complex.
Yep.
Like, if you really like to sit and drink and find those notes, like, Scotch is where it's at. I mean, bourbon definitely does. Bourbon has its place. And I love bourbon, and I'll always be a bourbon drinker. Oh, yeah. Holy crap. Wow. Where'd my banana bread go?
It's gone.
It's gone.
I'm actually getting brown sugar now, which was not even
No, it wasn't there
in there to
before.
begin with.
Wasn't there before.
I don't know if that brown sugar's being mistaken with like a spice.
Yeah, well, brown sugar's an easy one because, you know,
Yeah.
they're charring barrels.
It's not
so
complex.
they're adding sugar. Brown sugar's better than regular sugar any day of the week anyways.
I'm actually getting a little bit more of oaky
Mm-hmm.
on the end of that with adding the water to it. You agree? A little bit more oaky?
I feel like it's way more bourbon-y now. It's less Scotch and more bourbon.
Yeah. I would say the exact same thing. Damn good though. Even with water, I would prefer it without water.
I think it's better. I think it's less complex now.
It definitely
It's less complex.
because you're not getting that spice mix and all of that. You can smell it, but the taste kind of went out the window as far as
I wouldn't say
adding-
the taste went out the window, but
but the complexity of the taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like there was like banana bread,
Just kind of pop. It popped,
vanilla.
It popped a lot more
and-
without water.
Yeah,
I would absolutely drink it with water though.
Yeah, I don't think I would add water to it again though. But I'm going to add more to it because we're experimenting. And I did 3 already, just 3 tiny little drops. I'm going to do 2 more for 5. See what it does. However, everyone knows the Glenfiddich 12. Do we own a bottle of Glenfiddich 12?
I have it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right over there.
Do we want to compare them?
You want to give it a shot?
I don't know.
All right.
Yes. Hey, unclip your mic.
That's fine.
Hey, yo, look at that. I forgot you had the 12.
Yep.
I know you have an 18, but that's a gift.
We don't talk about that.
Edit that out. Do you just want to use the glasses up front, or you want to grab 2
No,
new
it's fine.
ones? So Glenfiddich 12. We'll do a full review of this later, but we just kind of want to compare them because we obviously skipped a step. We skipped a step.
Well, I mean, we didn't really skip a step. We were trying to find something that meets the best of both worlds as far as Scotch and a whiskey.
Oh,
It's like
oh,
way sweeter.
oh! God, it's so much sweeter.
It's candy.
Wow. What's the ABV on this?
I believe 40.
That's That's probably about right. Left corner.
Yeah, 40.
Yep, 40.
Switch you out.
We weren't planning on doing this, but I just kind of wanted to compare.
You gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah.
It's actually a little bit more grainy.
Yeah, a little more grainy, a little more grassy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I wish I knew.
It's like the bread part of banana bread.
I wish I knew what kind of barrel they use for this.
Oh, we didn't look it up.
Yeah, I'm completely.
We're going in blind.
Yeah, I'm completely not.
It's
ready
okay.
For this.
I'm smell blind.
Yeah. No, there's like. I don't know if I'm just looking at the bottle.
Sour.
Yeah, like a green apple. I think I'm just looking at the bottle and thinking green apple because it's green versus clear.
Also, I love the shape that they went with triangle bottles.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It is cool.
It's very unique.
God. Sorry, I'm just gonna pour just a touch of this by itself without water to compare it, make it an even comparison. Oh God, there's my banana bread. Just immediately banana bread.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yep. By itself, the water kind of ruined that. But it by itself, I would drink this all day by itself. And I think it's very drinkable. I think it's very approachable for especially a 14-year scotch. I think that it's very unique in the way that they distilled it.
Oh yeah. Sheer banana bread with a little bit of cream cheese frosting. And then you go to the Glenfiddich 12. Have you tried the 12 yet?
Yeah. 14's better. I like bourbon. 14 is better. I like bourbon. So.
The 12 is good. It's definitely
I would not knock it.
No.
It's a very good entry level scotch.
For the price point, entry level, everyday findability, the 12 is great.
Absolutely.
However, if you were ever standing in front of
bourbon.
the 12 and the 14, like which one do I pick?
14.
The 14. It's the 14.
Especially if you're a bourbon lover like I am.
Yeah, I teeter-totter. I like them all.
I like bouncing back and forth. Don't get me wrong, but I like bourbons a lot more. And this is the most bourbon scotch that you could possibly find on the market.
I think I definitely dabble more into other things than bourbon more than you.
Well, I'm always just along for the ride.
Yeah.
And it's always like, hey, dude, you got to try this. Yeah. You have to try this. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like that too. Yeah. To whereas I know that I'm going to be safe. I
remember the first night I gave you Lagavulin 16, which was also the first night I had it.
Well, on top of that, we had Cragmore 12.
Yeah.
We had Talisker 10.
And then Lagavulin 16.
Lagavulin. So it literally went like, no peat.
Minor peat.
Mild.
And
then all the peat. So it wasn't a fair representation.
Like, this tastes like chewing tobacco and cigarettes and campfire.
I literally had to go back and try it the second time when I tried it by itself, alone standing. I enjoyed it.
Let me see. Can you figure out which one's which?
12. 14 without water.
God, I wish you were right.
I was right.
No, you weren't.
This is the 12.
I promise you weren't because this was sitting here, and as you rewind the video, I poured it right here. So one thing I do want to do, and Derek has no idea I'm about to say this, but everyone that's liking, commenting, subscribing, watching our videos, we would like it if you guys commented and saying you wanted to be on the show. Because we want people on our show.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We want guests. We've talked about this before, but I didn't tell him at all I was about to say this. So this is news to him, but I feel like it would be really fun. Also, if you wanted to comment and have us review a particular whiskey,
Yeah.
you know,
We'll go out and get it.
Yeah, get it. If we don't have it,
Bring it back.
we'll find it. Unless you're talking like George T. Stagg or something ridiculous.
Yeah, because
I mean,
anybody that knows their
we probably can't find that.
allocated whiskeys, they're literally gonna be like, "Hey, find the hardest one."
Yeah.
We live in fucking Nebraska. How the fuck are we gonna get it?
So, however, if you drop like a George T. Stagg, we're probably just not gonna reply to you.
All right. So for Glenfiddich 14, would you say that it could possibly be a mixer, or would you sip it straight?
I'm sure there's a cocktail you could find to put in this.
Penicillin.
Possibly a penicillin. However, I enjoy it so much on its own.
I'm the same way.
Like,
I would not put it in a cocktail.
I am what I consider a super lazy drinker. Like, all I like
It's
to make
open.
is an old fashioned.
In a glass.
Like, I'm either whiskey neat or
What's
an
your favorite beer?
old-fashioned.
An open one.
Well, if I'm paying for it, Busch Light.
If somebody's giving you one.
Mm.
An open one.
I am, however, pickier than Derek. If you come up and give me a Miller High Life, I'm probably not going to drink it. If you come up and give me an Old Milwaukee, I'm not going to drink it.
I'm just saying, Ethan forced us to choke down Coors Light, and I didn't enjoy that.
Wow.
I didn't enjoy it so much. I had 4.
Yeah.
But
And
all
I
right.
have 3.
So, at being 14 years, would you say 14-year age statement, guaranteed by law,
Yep.
worth $50?
This whiskey is absolutely worth $50. If you could ever find it under $50, absolutely buy it. I would honestly probably pay $60 for this. We both prefer the 14. However, the 12 is good. The 12 is good.
Delicious.
12
As
is
a
good.
standalone.
Yeah.
The problem is
If
the
you're
comparison
comparing the
between
two, 14.
It's physically impossible. It's physically
Yeah.
impossible to compare the two because they're two different aliens from two different worlds. And I would say that. Wholeheartedly, I would say that. Because this is an actual scotch, and this was a scotch that was given birth to by a bourbon.
Yeah. Like, but again, neither one has peat.
Neither.
Holy shit. Goddamn. Janitor! Anyways.
Second video of the night, folks.
Wow. Anyways.
Trying to keep up.
So, I would absolutely recommend the 14. Let's just go ahead and take this down because we're going to talk about the 14 now.
Put him in that case.
Yep. So, the 14, if you found this in a bar, I'd be extremely surprised.
It's very unique. You won't find it.
I haven't seen it in a bar, but if you see it on your local liquor store and you're struggling, like, I want to buy something that's semi-cost effective, yet good in a Scotch world, because you are not going to find many Scotches.
Colby!
Twice left-handed.
Yep.
By the way. Bless his heart. Rest in peace. Neither one of us are basketball fans. But you're not going to find a better Scotch for the price -1.
But the age statement.
Yeah, 2 years on the... There's one Scotch for that price that I think might be better.
What's up?
Aberlour 12. But it's vastly different. It's vastly different.
I would say that Aberlour 12 shits on this.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we were supposed to be making a video about how delicious that this bourbon /
This is great.
Scotch was.
We will do an Aberlour 12, which I don't even know if there's an Aberlour 12 video out there. Is there?
I have yet to find anything.
You can't find shit on it. You can find the Abunda all day.
So, yeah, well.
You can find the Abunda all day.
Everybody loves the Abunda.
But the 12 is awesome. Anyway, back to the 14. You're not going to find this at a bar. I don't know why. hopefully I can persuade the bar manager at Capitol to get this bottle in, because I think it's an excellent bottle. And I understand people not wanting to spend $50 on a whiskey they haven't had.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's a risk.
Yeah.
That's $50.
Goes back to the very first video that we said, diminishing return when you put water in it. Yeah, there's absolutely going to be a diminishing return as far as age statements, tastes, types of distillery processes.
What's the most you've spent on a bottle? I know the answer to this question for him because I found the bottle for him.
$6.
6?
Shout out to Courtney Rediger. She's listening and watching this video. The most expensive bottle I've ever purchased is $6.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend, however. But on the real note, because I don't believe our wives or girlfriends watch us unless we make them. What is
$6?
That's where you're standing?
I'm sticking to it. $6.
So I can't call you out?
Sure can't.
All right, I'll leave him alone. I'll let him have this one. Anyways, the most expensive bottle I've ever bought is the Dallimore Cigar Malt for $150. And I can say that because I was at the liquor store with my wife, and she's like, "Oh, what's this pretty bottle?" And I said, "I don't know, but you should probably stop touching it. It's $150. Then she broke the little tag at the still, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, "Oh, that's a really hard to find whiskey. We have to buy it." I also own a bottle of Pendleton Director's Reserve 20-year. When I bought it, it was $120, $130. That baby is up to $180 now.
Where are we going with this?
Diminishing returns.
Oh, okay.
Diminishing returns.
Okay.
Because apparently this jackwagon,
$6.
even though he said he spent $52 on this in the beginning of the video,
$2.
has only spent $6 on whiskey.
$2 now.
$2.
Yeah.
Courtney, I'm going to tell you, it's a few more dollars than 6.